And no, Lady Shannon is in no way related to Ganon, even though it unfortunately rhymes. It's the ship which has been used by Harry and his team to sail to this, how do I politely put this, rather forlorn island, and that is now in shambles. And we are standing right in front of it, which means we are to figure out why it is in this pitiful state, and what may be lurking inside, should we be foolish enough to approach, which I'm sure we will. This looks crazy right now.
That ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach.
Wow.
What on earth could have happened to it?
That looks like a claw mark. As we have to
I
do.
wonder what else could be seen beyond these shores.
Yeah. Wow. This
Looks
is
like they took items from the stranded ship.
This is a big camp. Any notes? Any documents hinting as to?
So, is this recording?
Nope.
Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
Where have you been this whole time?
Oh my god. She's got a knife.
Get off me, you lunatic!
Hold him for Christ's sake! Call the Aurora, quick!
So, I think we just heard somebody try to stab someone off of that black ooze.
I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness.
This paper looks gloomy. My gosh. Newburyport Tiara exhibition coming to Boston by C.D. Ward. Cults and Rituals. It's an interview with Inspector John Raymond Legrasse by C.D. Ward. Robert Suidam and his wife found dead at high seas. Strange incident in Massachusetts. The Gardner family vanishes from their Arkham farm. Strange collection to be collecting, indeed. Ward and Blake News Agency. Pills?
Photographic film.
Oh.
It's too dark to see anything inside the tents. I should find a way to turn these lights on.
Really?
A portable typewriter. A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories.
The illustration of fire.
Never heard of this Eric Zan fella.
Eric Zan. Well, me neither. Probably because he's a fictional character, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah.
This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing?
Looks to me like he's why is the zoom so slow? Looks to me like he's perhaps holding something.
Those footprints definitely do not look human.
Yep. My goodness.
Look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
That black ooze, man. It took the four of us to subdue him. Where did he get that strength? Typical signs of otherworldly infection. You have super strength.
What happened on this ship?
This looked like Harry.
He's repairing my old music box. Attack? What attack?
An attack by this fellow in the background, which could be this fellow right here. Why didn't I become a detective in life? Listen, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And she said something about turning the lights back on, which I think alludes maybe to our next puzzle. I think it is safe to assume that we have to follow these cables and maybe we'll find something. And there's a lot to unpack here. I mean, literally.
The expedition only has 5 members now.
I mean, this guy looks like not a happy camper.
Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my grandpa Isaiah.
Secret object. Oh! Ain't no secrets for me in this game. Come on now. Sardines. These men were eating sardines out here. Canned sardines. I'm surprised the scurvy didn't take him before this whole mystery thing. So we could go left there or in here. I think we should go in here. Oh, there's a lot to explore. Another big installation. This
These
is
symbols are linked to the piano keys.
the piano keys. I haven't seen them yet, but
Wow, look at the size of these stones.
South Pacific Expeditions, megalithic basalt stones. Oh, this piano. Okay.
Good evening.
Oh, you're just floating?
A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
What were they doing down here? That son of a DeWitt stabbed Frank. Luckily, it was just a flesh wound. It's a good thing they held me back, or I would have plugged that nutcase like the rabbit dog. That, wow, Jesus, what am I?
I've never seen Harry so angry.
Harry wrote this.
It might need to be turned on.
Okay.
How can someone build something like this out of stone?
Section C, basalt structure, huge stone pipe organ. Waves push air through a carved stone tube. Maybe Davy Jones had something to do with this. I've been studying the structure for the last few days. The tones it emits change consistently with the tides.
What kind of doodad is this?
What kind of doodad? Well, with just this information, we'll probably have to find a legend explaining these different symbols and which order and so on and so forth. I mean, we know the drill out here in these puzzle games. Let us venture up these stairs and hopefully not slip and crack our neck, because this stone, if anything, it looks hard and unforgiving.
It's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around.
Well, this looks rather reminiscent.
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
This woman talking about some doodads. Where the knickknacks at?
Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream.
Ghastly indeed, wow. So let us now venture down that other path. Wow. A whole nother area. Look at how big this is. It's expansive.
Some kind of improvised workshop.
Huh. Oh.
This must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking. You made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn.
Good morning, crew. Sorry for the this morning. I didn't expect to wake all of you up with the noise from that awful organ. The good news is that the organ revealed the entrance to a temple. The bad news is that the temple is on the mountaintop, so I hope you're in the mood for a good hike. No. All joking aside, if the temple has the answer that I'm looking for, we can finally leave this damn island and go home. Thank you all for sticking with me, Harry. Well, here's a theory. They all rocked up to the temple, got trapped inside, and are there as we speak. gnawing for food and water, and probably on some until dawn thing, just eating each other alive. A rather grim theory, I know, but plausible nonetheless. Maybe some kind of radio to listen in on some cursed radio stations.
So this is the reason the ship was scavenged.
Frank, if we want to enter the temple on the mountaintop, we'll have to reproduce the effects of the organ somehow. I know we weren't planning on this, but we'll have to build a machine with whatever we can lay our hands on from the Lady Shannon. Do you think we can do that? Ah, so that's this device. He's trying to perhaps record the organ tunes and then replay it on demand in front of the entrance or something.
What kind of machine were you building? What kind of machine were you building?
She was so fascinated she had to ask the question twice. This looks like a different machine from back there, so maybe I'm wrong. Blowtorch.
Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really seems to like Frank.
Frank, great idea. We'll move the materials we need to the summit so we can set up the camp there. Just one other thing. Please stop calling me Mr. Everhart. Call me Harry, as all my friends do, Harry.
When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense.
What gibberish.
This
Wow.
ornate structure certainly isn't natural, but not man-made either.
Perhaps God-made. More tinned sardines. Oh, no, these are fresh peas.
That huge stone door looks like an exit. How does it open?
Perhaps with the organ. Wow. Oh,
This feels ominous.
like everything has before this, but yes, this feels ominous indeed. I thought that thing that's blowing over there in the wind, I thought that was a tentacle wrapping around the Lady Shannon. I was about to hightail it out of here. My goodness. And I see a direct correlation. Look at this symbol. Look at this symbol. I mean, maybe I should have fiddled with that piano thing down there a bit more. Black ooze. More symbols down here.
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
Ah, yes. The sea level. We're still missing information. Slowly but surely piecing together something here. I must say my vision is still a bit foggy.
Must be instructions to operate this bizarre structure.
Tuning the organ. Man. Somebody was sleeping on it just like this. Okay. Oh my good googly moogly. Where in the world? What is the point of me flipping this? Ah. Cross. That's completely flowing. Aha. Okie doke. So what exactly is the goal here then? What is the significance of the organ then if we can have this? Hiya, hiya. Oh, I haven't even been here yet.
No power.
Oh my goodness, there are so many devices in
My God. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
Well, I agree. Maybe the answer to getting the power back on lies within the belly of the ripped open... No, beast? still at? My gosh. Let's ascend. I mean, this looks rather dangerous.
This place gives me the creeps. Nor they remain, dead as a doornail.
My girl said dead as a doornail.
No power.
What in the world?
Nope, wrong. Always green. Now, what exactly did I turn on?
Maybe a message to aliens to come and kill me? I don't know. Okay. We'll do the other ones once we get down there again, but for now, let me see what is in here.
That voice. Is that Harry? Just a recording. The ship was whaling not far from here. This is the captain's last entry.
Okay, can you please be quiet? I know this is... Thanks. July 14th, 1934, 10:25 a.m. Good weather and clear sailing until a surprise undercurrent shook the ship like a bag of Skittles. What? I haven't seen the sea that rough in years. First mate swears he saw a huge sea creature near our hull shortly afterwards. Definitely not a whale.
Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
We delivered the 6 members of the Everhard expedition to the island without incident. We'll come back to pick them up again in 3 weeks, if there's anything left to pick up by then. Left the island after lunch, no incidents. July 1st, 6 a.m. The area nearby seems adequate for whaling. We might get a good catch.
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
I've wired up your message to the radio like you asked. It'll keep broadcasting as long as the ship's got fuel. God help us all.
What were you looking for in the heart of the island?
I was thinking this expedition had failed and was worried about how we'd get back home. But then I found those stairs that led me to that giant stone organ. It might be another way to get to the very heart of the island. In any case, there's nothing we can do until someone hears our distress call.
Maybe the legend is more real than it seems.
On the island of Ponape, there's a city called Nanmadol that's composed entirely of large basalt structures. Legend has it, the city was built with floating stones moved by black magic, aka the Black Ooze. We keep circling back to that ooze.
The Black Ooze's properties are perplexing.
Black Ooze test changes consistency, levitates when exposed to different vibration frequencies.
These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber.
Another puzzle. So another interactable thing here.
This is a distress call from the Everhard expedition, 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
Okay, I thought there were maybe some clues in there, but let's start by getting the power back into those tents.
Only God knows how long I've been covered in this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness.
Well, I mean, I guess you don't have anything left to lose since... I mean, I guess Harry, but If Harry survived, I would be very shocked, I'm not gonna lie. Unless he got some canned sardines up in that temple that he got trapped in. Kabloop.
At last, some light.
Why is there a light shining here? Oh no, I realize. This is where they tied up Buddy. And they just kept the light shining in his face. Damn.
I don't know if someone in the expedition was a cook, but I really hope they didn't rely on Harry for it. When he lived in the dormitory, he only ate out of tomato soup and corn cans. I've never seen anybody with such poor nourishment.
I wonder he's still alive and kicking it. Or at least he was alive and kicked it up until this point. I mean, that's just tomato soup. I mean, you could have at least made like spaghetti and tomato sauce. I mean, if you already... Oh. Aha. Another one of these devices. So obviously we should go in here and see what the light now reveals. Oh. I see. Tide levels measurements. Harry Everhart. Kabloop. That was all presentation? Okay, Harry.
I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal.
Ah, oh my goodness, what? Is she taking notes of this? Nope. Okay, so let us see everything first. So he's perhaps explaining each.
I think this is the right one.
Okay. Oh my, that looks cursed. Who? They're trying to animate out here? Oh my.
Well, that cartoon was unexpected and inexplicable.
They showed the transformation from someone going through the goo, the black ooze. Interesting.
Well.
Again, we're missing information here. My goodness. Oh, I saw these numbers. We saw those when we fiddled with the frequency thing with the three black stones inside the ting. Okay, now we are starting to get somewhere. Maybe I should have this. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Any cursed spirits on board? Yellow. See, look at these hertz numbers. But they don't move, do they? Okay, let me check out, since we got the power back on, let me go back up the mountain and see if there's anything different there. Let me just try getting the black ooze completely flowing and then maybe something happens. Kabloop. Nothing. So there's a distinct combination. I think with the information we have currently, we cannot continue to operate here. I need to go back to camp because this is coming up here is probably one of the last steps.
A handkerchief with the letters EDW
Wait.
embroidered on it. It's stained with blood and black ooze.
I wasn't in here.
Discarded clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time.
He changed to the Dobby drip, just cloth.
It's really dirty. Oh dear. This dog was a certifiable loon.
Yesterday the stones danced with my song mission. Leave religion. Everything is tuned in this place. There's a treasure in shot. Okay.
The doctor was certainly well supplied with all kinds of substances.
My gosh, what was he cooking up in here?
I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are.
Frank, I understand what you're saying, but we can't leave Harriet here alone. I know you must be thinking I'm only interested in a scoop, but what would you do if it were your wife who was sick? Would you let her die? I'm staying here to the end. C. Well, C a real G.
These two fellows seem to get along pretty well.
Frank and T. Horoa singing while working in a workshop. Damn, I can't believe I missed this whole tent.
Looks like Frank wanted to leave, but I don't know if Harry ever read this letter.
Miss Ward, our lives are in grave danger on this island. Look what happened to Dr. DeWitt. The man is going completely bananas. I really think we should get off this island as soon as possible. Mr. Everhart was determined to leave until he found that organ thing. Do I have your support to try to convince him, Frank? That didn't reveal any information.
There are only 4 chairs around the campfire. Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
There has to be something to do with this with these Hertz numbers, and really the only thing that comes to mind is this device. This goddamn device. Oh wait, they got some crossed out frequencies. I guess you can say the lost frequencies. So why did they let me turn it off and on? Just for interactability? I think not. Perhaps we just need to fiddle with this. I think we just need to get it on one level. So I'm trying to figure out when and under what conditions each of these move, because I have 2 of them green, right? If I move this, both of them move, I think. Like, okay. So under any and all circumstances, this one moves both the second and the third one. This moves the first and the second, and this moves the first and the third. I feel like I'm close. Oh, because you can reset it. That's why. But isn't this like literally impossible? Because if I have 2 on the same frequency or same level, if I can't manipulate the third one like singularly, how am I gonna get it on the same level? So this is at the top of the mountain. This is the organ that they're talking about. This is just some kind of experimental thing where he found out that the ooze reacts to different sound frequencies. But if you can't manipulate the frequencies up here, how in the world? Because my thought is if you get these aligned, it somehow activates something up here, and then you can input some frequencies or whatever, and somehow an answer forms. Like all of these arrows match up, but this the like no lights are on. I mean, this is literally impossible.